Okay, I'm starting the recording
Yeah, I'm
now.
ready.
It's working. Okay. So welcome to the show. We're doing
Yeah,
a debate, live debate now with
thank you.
what was it? AZXVegan?
Yes.
Crazy X Vegan.
Yeah, you can.
And
That's actually really creative.
it's actually really creative. Okay. And
Yeah, it's really creative. Actually, nobody came up with such a name for me. So yeah, I'm gonna note that.
and EpicVeganPower, you can see that on the screen. Okay. And we're gonna debate. Actually, how did you come to me? You saw my Instagram post.
So I saw you on your Instagram like a story. It was about how the main point was that the life of the animal is not as important as yourself. And I found it extremely triggering because how can you say something like that? Uh, uh, like it's like saying that how to put it, like veganism, it's not about your health, it's about keeping the animals alive and healthy, because you believe that you can just survive on eating plants or whatever.
Yeah, maybe you can. Maybe I can
Yeah, and that
find
was
it the post.
extremely triggering to
But
me.
but I think you misunderstood the post because it was saying my life is not as important as uh, I'm not that important that I kind of require pain and suffering, to survive.
Yeah, but how can you say that your life is not as important? Your life should be like the most important, like anything
Yeah,
else.
I'm not saying that my life is not the most important. It is the most important, but it's not that important that someone else should have to suffer just for me to exist.
Yeah, that's beautiful, and it's beautiful thing to say that. But in reality, you actually need animals to like you can't be healthy without animals, and especially not just cooked. You don't just need cooked meat. You actually need raw meat. Like you need to consume them raw, because if the point that you're cooking it, the nutrients just go out of the window, and you're just no longer getting the same
Okay,
nutrition.
okay. Yeah, that's like interesting topic. Well, the direction of the debate. What I would like to debate is your position. Do an ethics debate. Is your position on animal exploitation? So.
Okay. Yeah,
That
sure.
would be the topic of the debate, and we can go into nutrition later on. We can clear those questions if you
Yeah,
like,
yeah, sure.
if you're interested in that. But first of all, I would like to check your position if you're logically consistent, or if you
Okay.
like to bite
Yeah,
the
sure.
bullet on doing very bad stuff to humans. So my first question, well, maybe you know already. Name the trait. You're probably familiar with that. Do you know what
Not
I'm?
really. Traits
You
of
don't.
what?
Okay, okay. Let me introduce. Okay, so the first question is, um, are you okay with eating animals?
Yes. It's
Yes.
the only food for humans.
Okay, so you don't see any moral issue with eating animals? That's what I'm asking.
Not at all. Not at
Not
all.
at all. Okay, there's no
I
problem.
would eat
W-
I would eat for you any, like, if there was no other thing to eat, I would eat any animal that you show me. Except there are few exceptions, of course, that are like really poisonous, and yeah, you can't. But other than that, anything that is on four legs or swimming, or and it has plenty of, like, it has meat on it, okay? I would eat it, okay?
Okay. Um, yeah, you said interesting thing. If there was nothing else, so we always consider the situation in which
If
we
there
are
was,
in right now. You
yeah,
always have the option to not eat animals, to go vegan, to eat plants,
um,
um, to eat fruit, whatever. You even said in your videos you can eat fruit.
yeah, but the thing is, I always say that fruit is like It's like a supplement of hydration. Like
Mm-hmm.
you want to supplement. Let's say you're like lost on an island and you drink some coconut water. Yeah, that's fine. Or fruit is a really good way to hydrate your. Not all fruits are high in water, but the ones that are, like let's say watermelon, oranges, pomelo, you know, the citrus fruit.
Mm.
Those are really good for hydration. And you know
Okay.
what else is good for hydration? Raw meat.
From meat.
And
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, good. But you're probably gonna appeal to like extremes. It's probably gonna happen, but we take out those extreme cases. We're just in a situation we are right now. So you said you're okay with um, eating animals. That means you're also okay with breeding them and farming them and killing them and then
yeah,
eating them. Okay.
yes, of course.
And then what we would ask is, are you okay with doing that to cats and dogs also? Would you be okay with breeding cats and farming cats and killing cats for them to be
Listen,
in the supermarket and eat them?
right now in my fridge, I have good quality meat. If there was no good quality meat and the only animals around were cats and dogs, I'm sorry, cats and dogs, I would eat them.
Yeah, but you go to extremes again. Now, you have all the options. Is it okay to do it to cats? Do you have a moral issue with doing it to cats or dogs?
I have a moral issue, but it wouldn't be moral. It's more like a tradition, okay? Listen, I'm from Eastern Europe, and cats are used to catch the mouse and catch other rodents. And sometimes even cats, there are cats that scare away foxes or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like that's the purpose of a cat. And that's why a cat is fed. Sometimes we fed them like intestines or even meat that we don't eat or cooked meat, whatever, like leftover food, we just give it to the cat, okay? And that's the purpose of the cat, to be like around the house, basically to just catch the mouse. It's not, we don't really look at them. I know that nowadays cats don't really do that because they are just held in an apartment and taken care of them, and they are just kept because they are cute or because they look cool or something, or they are into to cats or whatever. But back in the days in Eastern Europe and in many villages right now, that's the purpose of the cat, to catch the mouse and to keep the mouse away from, like to keep it rodent free, the house, okay? And about the dog is to, you know, to bark, to create like a noise when there's an intruder or there's a fox attacking or whatever, you know. It's, the dog is like a protector, a hunter, so that's why I'm not seeing it all right to eat it, okay? It's a tradition, and somehow you can still form bonds with your dog, like you give it nicknames, you like you name your dog, and it's not something that you eat. If I was from a country that would eat dogs, there are some rare cases where people eat dogs, but those are like more extreme, and we don't agree with that. And the other animals like cow, chicken, pig, those are just kept for meat specifically, and that's why we feed the dogs to protect us and to protect the property. The cats are fed to uh, to protect us from mouse and other rodents. And the other animals, chicken, lamb, like chicken, sheep, and the other animals are just kept because specifically for the meat, okay? We would never keep an animal that you need to feed bunch of meat just to get a little bit of meat back, okay?
I understand. Okay.
Usually we keep animals that we are feeding them grains, snails, insects, and whatever they found on the property, you know.
Okay. Well,
Like of
that's
course plants too.
interesting tangent. What I'm interested in is to know what your moral stance is on eating dogs, for example. Yeah, if you find it morally okay to do the same as you would do to cows and to pigs, to do it to dogs, would you have any issue with that? If you personally, if it was done, and you could buy it in the supermarket, as you would be able to buy cows?
I I would try it, okay? Let's just leave it there. Like if there was, I knew the dog was healthy and okay, I would be okay to try it.
Okay, it's fine. You can have the position, so you're totally
Yeah.
fine
But
with
to make it
farming
out like a
dogs.
meal, like an everyday meal, I'm not used to it, and that's all. I don't come from a country where we eat dogs. If I came from a country where we eat dogs, yeah, I would have like a different opinion. But yeah, this is my position. We don't eat dogs where I am from. But for you, because you asked, I would say yeah, I would try if I was in a place and I knew that the dog was healthy and it's trusted the place because many dogs are like sick and whatever. It's not good for you to eat it. Just like there are certain meats that I avoid. Like I don't eat pork at all, and I don't eat chicken from the supermarket. Like I'm super picky about this, and I don't eat farmed salmon and many other farmed fishes. I just don't really trust fish in general, unless I see it's wild and I knew I bought it from a good place.
Okay, so we can work with that. You're okay with doing it to dogs, so that that's your position on that. So we have to go a level up higher, where
Yeah.
to find a living being where you're not okay with breeding it, farming it, and killing it, and then eating it. So, and my proposition is to ask you if you would be okay with doing it to humans, so breeding humans, farming humans, killing humans to get them uh, available in the supermarket. Would you be okay with
No,
that?
no, I'm not okay with that.
You're not okay with that. Okay.
No.
So
You can
why
call
you're
me a
not?
species. You can call me a species or whatever. I'm not okay with that because humans, I see them as myself. It's like us against the other animals. All right, like who survives? Okay,
Okay,
you
wait.
understand?
We're getting there slowly. Now comes the trait. The trait is some kind of property. And I'm gonna ask you because you said it's yes, it's okay to do it to the animals, but no, it's not okay to do it to humans. That means if you're answering with yes in one scenario and with no in the other scenario, there must be a difference upon which you say no for one and yes to the other. So what is this difference? What is this trait that makes it not okay to farm humans but okay to farm animals? What's the difference between them, between the both?
There is massive difference, man. Like a human can become like your friend, can become a way better hunter. Okay, listen, dogs can like sniff out, like dogs have like better sniffing and all that when it comes to hunting, but other than that, a human can become like your hunting partner. You can become like part of the tribe, and there's no reason to really attack like each other's. Like let's say there's like two different tribes,
No, not
unless
attacking, not attacking. I mean, just like we're doing it to cows.
in any
You
in any
you
way of
take humans,
harm. Like
you breed them, you farm them. You have like humans, you have them like in a farm, like they were cows. They're tethered. You impregnate them
man,
forcibly, and then you kill them, and then you chop them into pieces and put them in the supermarket. There's no like tribes
man.
killing each other.
Okay, okay, listen. This is my opinion when vegans say this type of things. I think that you're like so starved of animal fat that your mind gets through through thinking to doing this type of things to humans, and that's my opinion. Because yeah, humans are also mammals, and like it's like you subconsciously you you're angry at us because we can eat meat, and you also crave meat. You can deny it all day that you don't crave meat, but you do crave meat. Okay, like there is no health without animal fats. Okay, like animal fats, you just need them, okay? Like it's such a basic, and it's not just the fat, because you can't just live on eating butter, okay? Because living on just eating butter, it won't be enough. You do need like actual meat, and as raw as possible. And this is my opinion. I know this type of logic that you're trying to compare it, like why not do it to humans or whatever. But yeah, this is my opinion on vegans that compare farming to Nazism, like we are, I don't know, like just like Joey Carbstrong says that putting pigs in gas chambers and whatever, and Vegan Gains says the same type of things. Yeah, that's just incredible. And I hear vegans who compare eating animals to actual serial killers, because they think like because we ate some chicken or we ate some cow or whatever, we are like the butchers are like serial killers, and we pay the serial killers, which are basically just butchers, okay, like butchering a cow and giving us the liver, the heart, whatever it's in the it's in that animal, and we are paying with that for them to do the job, and you actually think that we are paying like serial killers, then that's just incredible. Can you
Okay.
still hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting point, but it seems to me that you are evading the question. I get that you may not be prepared for this. You may not have like thought about it. That's why we can do it like slowly.
Yeah, all right.
Um, but that's like the
I'm
main question. What is the difference in your opinion where you would say it's okay to do it to one but not the other? That's perfectly that's like very logical sound argument. Like you say no to one and you say yes to the other, like the same question. So there must be some kind of difference that justifies it, right? They can't be the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, there is a difference because we have more empathy. Like at least maybe there are. Yeah, I can just only speak about personal experience. I have more empathy towards a human than towards a cow. Okay, and
Yeah, but
it doesn't apply to everybody. Like I'm
uh,
pretty sure there
I'm
are
I'm asking about
people that
what's the
have
difference
zero empathy. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Go
let's
ahead.
say
But
okay, let's say you there was a human being. Okay, your difference, you're saying it's your level of empathy towards a human is
yes.
is like
Oh yeah.
higher
Oh yeah.
is
One more thing. One more thing. Uh,
yes, okay.
what's the difference? Where I am from, it's unheard of cannibalism, okay? You know where I heard cannibalism a first time? Some serial killer in USA that I don't know, just was eating its victims. Like yeah, that's the first time I heard of that in the news. Okay, that was the first time, and second time maybe I heard in National Geographic some type of tribe that is cannibalistic. So that's the only two times when I was younger that I heard of such a cases, and never again. Like nothing like that happened in my country, and even in the news it was like unheard of cannibalism. So it's really strange for me to talk about like like what you said about farming humans. Like what in the world? It just doesn't make too much sense to me. Okay,
You like
if I was from at least
you
from
you
a
know
tribe that does
you
that,
know why
that I yeah, let me
I
just finish it.
okay.
If I was from a tribe that actually does that, I could give my honest opinion about it. But this way that I'm from a country and you're trying to, to put it this way, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm from a European country, and I think in Europe in general, it's not heard of such a things. Unless there was like some type of extreme cases that you hear in the news that someone started to eating that way.
Yeah, I know
Okay,
it's
go
not
ahead.
that's
Yeah, this
why
is the thing. You're
that's
also European, and you
yes,
you know that
that's
in
why
Europe you don't hear cannibalism
no,
too
that's why
often.
Europe is like halfway civilized country. But the problem is, and the problem you don't seem to you meat eaters in general don't seem to see
Okay.
with animals can only be emphasized when we bring up the example of humans, because when we bring up humans, then all of a sudden all the meat eaters have a problem, like 99%. Like there's some dumbass outliers that would say I'm willing to eat humans, but like 99.99%, then all of a sudden have a problem with eating or with killing. Let's say we take out the eating, we can also even take it away with killing humans. Then you see the problem. But with animals, you seem to not see the problem. Okay? So that's why we're asking those questions.
All right. Yeah, let me say it now. The difference is that I would feel guilty, and like I said, it's not used to like I'm not used to like such a such a thing as you said, and I'm only used to like eat actual animals, like domesticated animals. I very rarely had wild animals, but yeah, even that is a little bit different than eating domesticated. But that's the difference. I'm just not used to it, and I'm not even used to, and I'm not even prepared how to answer such a question. Okay, and it is really extreme for you to even bring it up. And the difference is that um, eating the animal, it's actually good for you. Okay,
Okay, so okay, we can
there
work
is
with
like
that.
no
So
other way around. There's nowhere else in any plant that you're gonna find what you find in that animal.
okay, we can work with that. No problem. You're gonna see where it leads, and you can also be totally honest and say you don't know any difference now. You can come up with one later, but you said a difference now, and you said the difference is animals are healthy or good for you, if I understand correctly.
Yes.
Okay, so that's your reason. That's the reason. That's like the difference where you're saying it's okay to eat animals because they're healthy, and not okay to eat humans because animals are healthy and humans are
No,
presumably
now you're gonna.
unhealthy.
But now, wait. Now you're discarding all the other information that I said. You're just
Which
gonna
information?
bring up this last one. Well, I said
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not
taking
common
one
in Europe.
difference. You want to stack the differences? Okay, you want to
Yeah,
take
you just take in consideration everything else.
okay, okay. Can you please just in a short repeat
You can
all
just
the
look at
diff?
this way. You can just look at this way. It's like it's like a war of survival. We humans against other species, okay? And yeah, we are clearly doing better than any other species because we literally, with today's technology, we can just hunt down any animal on the on Earth that we want to, okay? We can even make them go extinct if we want to, because that's how we evolved, okay? And yeah,
Okay,
we
but
can
now
just outthink,
I don't
and
see a
that's how you we are like watching our survival against them, okay? And we also take care in some ways to not make them go extinct. I mean, I
extinct.
don't want any animal to go extinct, okay? I would say if some animal is about to go extinct, yeah, let's not hunt that type of animal. Let's go for other type and make sure that these animals that are going extinct that they breed and they can multiply again, so we can eat them again. Does that make sense? It's like a war for survival.
Okay, it's hard to pinpoint the difference. Like you're not clearly stating it. Where's the difference between the animal and the human?
Listen, I saw a video one day where a guy was hitting with a knife, with like a big knife, next to a turtle's head for no reason. Like there was no reason. You either going to to take the life of the turtle fast away, but there's no reason to make it like suffer, okay? And I was kind of feeling bad for it. Like there's no reason to torture it like that way.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing. To just kill an animal and not eat it, that's like totally wasteful. Like if you're if you're uh, if you're taking the life away of the animal, you're supposed to consume it.
Okay, that's like kind of still not a difference. You had one difference before, and that was they're good for you. So, shall we try this one first?
Yeah, let's go with that one. Because there's nothing else to eat, okay? Like I made a video where I asked vegans to recommend me foods, and they will recommend me things like tofu and bread with avocado and tomato. Like I'm already eating avocado and tomato if I want to, and I just don't eat bread because bread is just carbohydrates. I'm having orange juice right now with me, and eating bread or some orange juice, it's almost the same, but orange juice is more superior because at least you're getting some hydration out of it and
Okay,
vitamin
but
C.
let's do the nutrition debate after that. It's still
Yeah,
an
sure.
ethics debate.
Okay.
So we want to
Okay.
find out if your position is like morally sound and logically sound. Okay, so animals are good for you. So
Yes.
the trait is are good for you. That's why we're allowed to kill them. So if X is good for you, you're allowed to kill it, right? So I'm asking you now, if
Exactly.
humans are good for you, are
Oh
you
my
allowed to
days,
kill them?
man. Man, you vegans are always saying these examples with you're just so starved of animal fat. Like seriously, like right now, if you just sat down and ate like a steak and some raw liver, like if you just snap out of it a little bit and you would eat that, you would not think about things like this, okay? You would be like chilled out, and you would not get angry at me for or just triggered and trying to come up with like some type of logic just to justify your eating disorder, because that's what it is. Veganism is an eating disorder. It's like your body asks for animal fat and all those nutrients that can be only found in meat and nowhere else. And yeah, you're just in denial. You just keep
It's
saying,
fine.
"Ah,
I
tofu is good for me."
I recognize your debate tactics. They just don't work on me. So the question is, if humans are good for you, would you be morally okay with eating them?
Listen, man. This is not a debate tactic. It's reality. Okay, like it's reality. And when you're a vegan, you're just removed from reality in some ways.
Well, I'm just interested in you answering the question. If you're not willing to
Yeah,
answer
okay.
it, then
You
the
you
debate
keep
is
asking
over.
the difference, or sorry again, like sorry for interrupting. Say again what you said last time.
The difference is they are good for you. So if I plug in humans, if humans are good for you,
Oh
would you
yeah.
be okay with eating them?
Yes, but I already answered this. Why I'm not okay with it, and I'm not okay
Okay,
with it because
you're
I'm
not okay
simply
with
do
it.
not because I
So
did
wait,
not
wait,
grow.
we have a contradiction. You just produced a contradiction.
Oh man, I know you just want to lead me in some type of trap or something.
Yeah, that's not a trap. It's just to
It is a
brighten your
trap.
mind to that
It is a trap.
your
Cause
trait you named just leads to a contradiction.
yeah, I saw this from miles away, okay? But I saw this from miles away.
So you know name the trait. Why would you say you don't know it?
I saw this from miles away that you're gonna do this. Like, the only reason, okay, listen, this is the difference. The only reason I'm not okay with it because I did not grow up in such a tribe where we are doing it. I grew up in a place where are laws, and it's just things like that is just forbidden, and you get jailed for it. Okay,
Okay,
maybe
good.
like I said,
Now
maybe if
that's
I
the
was,
next
maybe I
difference.
was so much. Sorry,
The next
let me
difference
finish.
is laws. You don't do it because it's forbidden. That's the difference. It's
and
allowed
because
for
and
cows
because
and
of
it's forbidden
habits
for hu-
and because of habits, because these habits, I grew
and
up like
habits.
this. Yeah, let me finish what I was about to say. If I would
Yes.
grow up in a tribe where the enemy pisses you off and you just go after them and eat them, then I would have an opinion. But me growing up in Europe, and you also grew up in Europe, you have the idea that it's unheard of such of things, that you don't like your enemy and you go after them and eat them. Like such a thing is unheard of. If there was, you have the conflict, let's say in older times, you went after them with a sword and with a shield, and you had like a duel or something. I don't know, man, but it did not cross your mind to like consume them or whatever. You won the battle and you went home and you ate some steak or some whatever meat you had. You went fishing and you celebrated your victory by eating some bread with some chicken or whatever with eggs. Okay, that's how you celebrated victory. And yeah, you did not think about consuming them. Maybe like I said, a tribe, even nowadays, they would like hunt it down and yeah, consume their enemies. But as I'm not from there and I don't have those habits, and anything else, it's like completely controversial to even talk about this. Okay, it's like really strange to me.
It's fine. It can be as strange as you want. You will still have to face the questions if you want to have the debates. So you named laws and habits slash
Law, yeah,
like
exactly.
tradition.
It's because of laws and it's because of habits that I grew up with since I was a kid, because those are
Habits
the
you grew
habits
up
of
with.
everybody
Okay.
in Europe, unless there are few exceptions who are like
Okay.
in.
So let's say it was allowed, the law allowed to kill humans, like breed them, farm them, and kill humans, and you would be brought up, you would have the habit to breed and farm and kill humans. Would you be
But
morally okay with doing that to humans?
I'm not even in that mindset. It's something unimaginable, and it's something that is definitely not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah,
So
that's
there's
like a
no way for me.
hypothetical scenario. It doesn't matter if it's realistic, if it's gonna happen, or if it happened. It's just to test your logic. You're saying the justification is law and habits. So I'm plugging in humans into this just to test if you're gonna be consistent.
As a European, I would refuse.
You refuse. Okay, then we have another contradiction. It cannot be laws and habits because if we took laws and habits away, then you're still not okay with eating humans. So that
I'm
must
not.
be something else that prevents you from wanting to kill and farm and breed and eat humans. It can't be laws and habits because we just took those away.
Man, you just wanted to lead me into this trap, and you're trying to make it in the way like I'm going to lose the debate because this is like a contradiction to your thinking. Because in your thinking everything is just black and white, yes or no,
It's
and
your thinking. I haven't brought up any thinking. We're just testing your position. That's the only purpose of this
yes,
debate to
I
test.
gave like many other reasons, and I
Yeah,
also explained to you why you're thinking this way because you're a vegan and you just removed from nature and you just removed from reality. Tell me, what did you eat for today breakfast, and in general, what did you eat, like in short?
I don't know why that would be relevant for the debate.
Of course, it is relevant. If you're just starved of animal fat, how are you going to have like a normal debate? Like you're in like complete different reality, and I'm like in the actual reality. Because I
Well,
eat exactly what my ancestors ate, and you don't eat what your ancestors ate.
okay. What your ancestors
You just
ate,
have
is
this new
that is
mindset.
that the
That
difference? Because your ancestors ate meat, cows and pigs and chicken.
yes.
Is that the justification? Okay. What if your ancestors used to eat human meat? Would you be okay, morally okay with doing this to humans?
But they did not. They did not.
What?
100%.
That's why I'm asking. What if?
Maybe like in year 100 or something, but up until the Huns, it was unheard of such a thing. They always consumed meat, raw milk, and a little bit of grains. Okay.
Okay, let's say
Yeah.
we have Earth number 2. On Earth number 2, humans eat. They have the habits. Their ancestors uh,
Listen,
um,
bro.
breed and farm and consume human meat. Are you okay, morally okay with doing that to humans on this Earth number 2?
Man, I explained this. If you grow up in a tribe where they do this, you are going to be okay with that.
Yeah, I'm
And
asking you in your mind of now of today.
yes, and I answered it. In my mind, I'm yeah, and now we're going to back to square one, where you're going to say, oh, then it's a contradiction. But let me
Right.
explain to you. Wait. Let me explain to you why do you have this logic? Because this is the mental blockage for you that keeps you vegan. How long you've been vegan? For how many years?
I don't see what that's relevant for the debate.
It
I
is
can answer
completely
you that
relevant.
question after
It
you have
is completely
justified killing
relevant
animals.
because I snapped out of veganism super quickly, man. The moment I realized seed oils are bad, I knew that there's no way I'm going back to seed oils.
So you were not vegan for the ethics.
I was not
You
vegan for
you
the ethics.
you don't understand the ethics component
Yeah,
of
yeah,
veganism, which
actually,
is the
actually,
most important one.
yeah. Let me ask you questions. Are bananas vegan?
Well, we can answer all your questions after you have.
No. But answer
Actually, you
me.
have
Answer me.
already
Are
produced
bananas
three.
vegan? Just a simple
Three.
question. Are bananas vegan or not?
You have already produced three contradictions. Do you recognize your contradictions?
Listen, brother. I
Do you
don't really
acknowledge
care
that
about.
that your differences produced that your traits produce contradictions?
It's not a contradiction, man. I think you're just
Yeah.
removed in some ways.
I can like make it very
Hmm.
clear for you what the contradiction is, what the three
Listen,
contradictions were, so you can
listen.
understand. Maybe you didn't understand them. That's okay.
I understand completely what you're saying. In your mind, um, if this is what you're thinking. Humans are animals, and yes, humans are animals. Okay, and in your mind, you're thinking that uh, it's like humans are animals, and I'm saying it's okay to eat animals, and this is what your mindset, right? And in order to be okay with eating one, it should be okay with eating the other. Like it's a logical standpoint, and it's mathematically correct. Okay, like I understand what you mean here, but that doesn't apply simply because of habits, okay? And it's much more complicated than that.
Well, explain all the traits. You named one trait, habits. Habits already led
Yeah,
to a
but the thing is,
contradiction because it
yeah, but
cannot be habits if we take habits away. You understand?
yeah, this is kind of pointless, man, because you're trying to explain it here with mathematics, which is not even real, okay? Because it's not real, okay? Mathematics is
So
not real.
it's
It's something
invented.
invented.
So
Yeah, it's
why?
something
So what?
invented, and
Animal
regardless of your
agriculture is invented.
listen to me. Regardless of your mathematics, you're not gonna be as healthy as me ever, ever. You understand? You're
Well,
just gonna lack
it's
so many
it's
nutrients, and
you're not
you're
gonna be
gonna
as
shorten
moral
your.
as I am ever.
Yeah, man.
We had a
This is
moral
the thing.
debate. It, and what I wanted to see if you can like morally
Yeah, this is the thing. You
justify
you
eating
care.
animals.
I
What?
understand that the thing that you feel sorry for the cow that
I don't feel
died
sorry
for.
for the cow.
Don't feel
Do
sorry
do you
for the cow.
do you feel sorry for your neighbor because you're not allowed to kill him?
What?
I don't feel
Come
sorry
on,
for
man.
other humans, and I still
Like
respect them. You know,
creative.
I don't need to feel sorry for them to respect them.
So you don't feel sorry for the cow, okay?
I don't feel sorry for the cow, and I don't need to feel sorry for the cow. I might feel sorry for the cow, but there's no need to feel sorry for the cow. Just to respect the rights of the cow.
Respect the rights of the cow.
Yes,
What in
yes,
the world?
we can also explain it by rights. The cow has a right to live, and the right to bodily autonomy. That's mean not being harmed.
And what if there is nothing else to eat?
That's appeal to
That's
extremes
one thing.
fallacy.
Wait. That's one thing that you're used to eating your grains and bread and all of that. But I'm not okay with that. You can't show me one vegan food, then I would be like, yeah, I can live of that for years and be healthy.
Like all the greatest civilizations all sustain themselves on high carb food, on some kind of either
Yeah,
grain or rice or maize or corn or
and that's
millets,
exactly
potato.
what led to malnutrition, like huge malnutrition, man. When I'm eating just bread and rice, I'm feeling empty. There's nothing in that, okay?
Yeah, but is
Like
that your justification for eating animals?
animals, when I'm eating meat, I'm not hungry for many hours, okay? And when I'm eating if same thing, if I would just go with rice or fruit or whatever plant you want to name, I would be hungry like extremely fast. And on top of that, like something with seed oils, it even leads to like for you to like gain weight like super fast. Seed oils are to blame mostly for obesity. Because back when seed oils were not even invented, obesity was like super rare. It's actually really difficult for you to get like obese from animal fat. Because
I
in
I
order to
probably
get wait, let me finish. In order for you to get obese from animal fat, you would need to like salt it and force feed yourself, and that's all you can eat for like many days. Let's say you only can eat like bread without any seed oils and just lard on it, and that would be your survival, and that's all you ate. You probably would gain some weight because you simply lack other micronutrients, and you would just feed yourself on lard, okay?
I probably agree with 90% of what you're saying on the nutrition part, but I think you're still missing the point where you are not able to justify morally eating animals.
But
Like
there's
you
nothing
haven't.
else to eat, man.
There's nothing else to eat.
You understand? This is how
Okay, okay. Let's
this is
say
not just
that's
how I view
okay.
it.
That's your reason. That's your reason. There's
Yeah.
nothing else to eat.
Yes,
Okay,
there's nothing else.
so if there's nothing else to eat, is it okay to eat humans? To farm them, breed them, and kill them?
Man, I even forgot about the humans, and you always bringing them
Of
up
course,
because
because that's the only thing
you're
that's
like
gonna catch you
you're like
out.
envy. You're like envy that I'm not a vegan, and you're envy on me subconsciously that that
Yes, I envy you so much because
yes,
I
yes.
was also
Wait,
not
let me
vegan.
finish. You envy me because I can eat meat, and because of that you want to justify it that I am stupid and I'm only contradicting myself.
Yeah, you
So you
are.
can justify yourself that you are the smart guy, and definitely I'm the dumb person here who just contradicts themselves. And this way you can justify it to yourself that to just remain vegan. Maybe maybe
Sounds
this is
like you're
too
holding
deep for you to
a
understand.
mirror to yourself.
Man, it's completely impossible to be happy as a vegan. Like, come on. Like you're just gonna be like super miserable. You're just gonna crave like cheese constantly. That's what I was craving.
Okay. Is that your
And you're trying some
justification for
plant-based
eating
cheese, and
meat?
it's just gonna be depressing.
Can't be happy as a vegan. That's your
You
justification for
can't
doing
be
it to
happy
the
as a
animals?
vegan. Wait, let me finish that. Maybe if you're like getting like a hot girl or whatever, yeah, that can make you
Oh,
happy. But in terms of nutrition and health, like overall, it's just not going to happen, man. It's
maybe
you
you're
can have
right.
the hottest girls,
Like,
you can have the hottest girls in the world and date them and whatever, and be like the richest and have like a nice house with pool and all the free time. But if you're not eating meat, you're never going to be happy, man. Never, ever, ever. You're I would rather be poor and completely single and be able to just. But yeah, if you're eating meat, you're not single. Come on, like that's the definition of hurt. You eat animals, okay? Without eating animal fats, it's just impossible for you to be healthy and happy. Just because you're getting a boost of happiness from watching some cats dance or whatever, some watch a comedy movie, that's not true happiness. True happiness comes from when you actually feel good in your body. Just because you're hyped about riding your bike, I know I saw your Instagram. Just I myself I ridden in Thailand as a vegan from Bangkok down until uh what's the name, Krabi, like until Krabi Beach as a vegan. So I know that you can ride on carbs long distance, and I get it that it gives you the energy, but for maintenance of your body, you do need meat, okay? Because
okay, next
other than that, you're
contradiction.
going to deteriorate super fast.
You said there's nothing else to eat, and then now you're acknowledging you can do long rides on carbs.
You can yeah, wait. But I also said that carbs are for energy. Like the way you can imagine it, carbs is like, yeah, I charged my phone, okay? But in order for you to uh, maintain that, your phone can go bad like a chip. Let's say it burns out, okay? You need to replace that chip or whatever, like a cable, let's say, burns out. You need to maintain that, and that's how you can imagine meat and other animal products like heart, liver, and all of that. It gives you the nutrition to maintain your body. It's not just energy. It
Okay,
builds your cell.
what if human meats gives you the nutrition you need? Is it okay to do it to humans?
Yeah, you're thinking about this because, like I said, you're starved of animal fat, and now
Uh,
you're angry
Yeah,
at
you
me.
can obviously not answer the question. It seems like you're in a trouble.
You can think that I'm dumb all day, but you're
You don't
still
want to
not
answer
getting
the question because
you're still
you
not
don't.
getting the nutrition that I'm getting, man.
You're
You're
either you're either running into a contradiction, or you have to admit that you don't have a justification for eating animals. That's the
man, you
point
can
where
go
we're
ahead.
at.
Listen, you can go ahead and self-declare victory in your head and whatever because mathematically, um, but mathematically it's not the thing is you can just think about this about logic, okay, in this way, because there's multiple factors, and you're in denial that you don't admit these things, and
I'm
you're not
happy to
willing.
hear all your
Okay,
factors
let
at
me ask,
once.
let me ask one question. Have you ever eaten in your life raw meat or like not fully cooked meat?
Yes, of course.
You did? Oh yeah, you're German. You eat like what? You eat there is that sandwich that has raw meat on it,
Yes, of
right?
course.
Raw
So
pork.
what?
Okay. Yeah, exactly. You had that.
So did
And
that
you're
kill me?
not missing that. You're not missing that.
No, I'm not
You're,
missing the
you're not-
animal suffering and exploitation. No.
yeah, you know what? I actually I actually said this before that I didn't said it in this debate, but I agree with the farming part. We should not farm them. We should just hunt them straight from nature. But in this modern world, this is how it's done. Okay, you go to the supermarket, you go get a job or whatever, you get the money, and you buy the meat. And
Okay, what if
this
there
is
was
how
human meat? Would you be okay with
this
that?
is a wow, man, you're super interested in this topic in human meat.
Yes, of course. I want to bring you either
Why
to
you
say
don't
that
just research? Why you don't just research it? Like I'm not the best person to talk about this topic. Maybe travel to an actual place where they do this type of things, and you should interview them and
I've
find
talked to
out for
many
yourself.
to many meat
Because
eaters, and I
I have I have zero experience about the things you ask me regarding it's controversial to even talk about this in Europe, man.
I'm just asking about your morals. If you're okay, we can even take the eating out. We just take the killing. You put yourself in the shoes of the animal. Like, would you want to be in that situation?
No, if I was the animal, I would like to escape and run away far from the human, and that's how I would think, okay? And if
Oh,
I would get
but you're
caught,
okay.
then
Yeah, but you're
if
okay
I
to
would get
doing
caught,
it to them.
if I would get caught, I would still try to escape until the last minute, until the last breath. Okay, this is how I would think.
Okay.
But
See,
if there
see,
is no escape,
you. I just want to show you that at heart you're a vegan. You're on the side of the animals. So you're just missing the link where you align your actions
man,
with your
this
way of
is like
thinking. You haven't
every
been able.
healthy animal, listen, man, every healthy animal wants to survive. Like there's no like sick animal that comes up to you and is like yeah, eat me. It's not that's not how nature works. Every animal wants to survive and reproduce. Okay, like that's the main point of their survival, to survive and reproduce, and of course get good nutrition.
So why would you
But
be
minimal,
that cruel and do it to the animals? Why would you not respect them? You also respect
but
your fellow human. Why don't you respect your fellow animal? You even admitted that we are animals in the beginning.
I I do respect, like, let's say I see a nicely developed wolf. I do respect that, okay? But in the same way, in the moment I would be like hungry or something. Like I admire to see animals and to see them free in nature and all of that. It's all cool. But the moment I am hungry, I'm looking forward to hunt down.
Okay, so you can't be trusted, and if you were hungry, you just hunt down humans.
Oh my days, man. Man, believe me, I even forget about the human part, and you just keep bringing it up back again
So
and
you,
back
so you
again and back
wouldn't,
again. I
you
think
wouldn't
you're
hunt
secretly,
humans.
I think you're secretly, you just want to be a cannibal. You just don't want to admit it.
No, I don't. No, the only thing that triggers you is when I bring up humans because
It
then you
doesn't,
have a
it
barrier
doesn't
in your
trigger me.
brain.
It doesn't trigger me. It's just that I don't have experience about the human part, okay? And you
You
keep
you have
bringing it
you
up.
have experience. You have lifelong experience of having learned to respect your fellow human. That's the experience you have. And the
I
only thing
actually
I'm asking for you is to show the same respect you show to humans, that you don't want to treat them badly, to show it also to the animals.
It's not like I'm trying super hard to treat everybody nicely, okay? Like you treat some
There's
people
only
you just don't even
two
you
things you
just
respect in humans. You respect their right to life and their right to bodily autonomy. That means you don't enslave anybody and you don't go killing anybody.
yeah, this is some type of religion.
No, that's human rights. You don't believe in human rights?
Oh my days, man.
Do you believe in human rights?
Yeah, if we're just going to go in circles, then we can end this because I don't know. I'm not the right person to talk about cannibalism and all of this.
We're not talking about. Nobody said cannibalism here. I
But
never
you keep
mentioned.
bringing up. You keep bringing up. If I say that eating meat is okay, then you instantly switch to humans.
Yes, because that's the only species where you say no, where it's not okay.
Yeah, but no, it's not only that. You see, there are farmed fish. I eat zero farmed fish, okay, because it's poisonous. And like I said, I don't eat meat from like untrusted places.
So if fish wasn't poisonous, you would eat it.
It's not the most ideal. Come on, I want something on four legs, something with red meat.
Okay, if a human had four legs and were red meat,
What? Humans have four legs? We have two legs. Come on, man.
yeah, just put a child on four legs.
Man, you can't understand that. That. Oh, yeah. I don't think this is going to lead anywhere.
Yeah,
It's
think
exactly
about
like
it.
I expected. Actually, I expected that we are going to talk about high carb, low fat, and things like this. But you just keep bringing up humans because you just crave it.
Okay,
Just
okay,
admit
okay,
it.
okay. We can finish it. We can finish it
Yeah,
if you
we can
accept
finish
that.
it, and you can auto declare victory. It's totally up to you, man. But yeah, I tried, and I think
Auto
you're just
declare? No,
so.
no, 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 no. You have to concede that you produced like three contradiction at least.
Yeah, I admit that I walked into your trap of logic, which is basically not too logic because you have like a blockage in your mind, and that blockage it doesn't allow you to pass through, and you can't comprehend what you're saying, okay? Because you're not eating your natural food, and you're just so removed from reality that I don't know, there's some connections in your brain, like not making the connections between the things or what, but you're just not in this reality that I'm living in.
We're
And
definitely not in the
you
same
you can't
reality.
you
Now, if you
can't
want,
experience
you
you
can
can't
ask me any
experience
questions.
listen, bro. You can't experience my reality without having the nutrition that I'm having. Okay? Like when was the last time you ate some raw heart or some raw egg yolks or some raw liver or some raw meat or what else I'm eating? Yeah, I ate some aged cheese. When was the last time you ate such a food? Like the moment you would actually taste this, yeah, you would probably know what I'm talking about, and you would probably need to do it for like 3 months. Like, let's say you just quit veganism for 3 months and
Hmm.
try exactly the diet that I'm eating. You probably wouldn't be comfortable with eating it raw, but let's say you would just try it for 3 months and you would be like a changed person. You would not, you would be like a totally changed person and but you're not willing to try it out, and the difference is that I tried out veganism and you did not try it. You did not try my diet. I tried your diet. I tried high carb low fat. I tried the standard whatever meat imitations and all of that. So you just it's impossible for you to get in my mindset since you have never tried exactly what I tried. I get it that in Germany you have that raw meat sandwich or whatever, but just muscle meat it's not enough. You need like actual organs from a healthy animal and other things.
Well, I can say I've eaten my favorite was chicken heart
Oh,
actually.
okay, yeah,
Chicken
that's
heart and
something.
chicken liver is also very good, and bone
Yeah.
marrow from lamb.
All right. And what in the world? You ate it cooked?
Well, my mom would cook it. Yeah, of course. She wouldn't
Yes,
give
yes,
it
yes.
to me.
Of course, I get it. I eaten cooked meat all my life. The only thing was raw, like fully raw. Okay, some of it wasn't like fully cooked, But the only thing was like fully raw were the sausages, okay? Like raw meat in Eastern Europe is basically unheard of, but by accident we are having these sausages which are basically raw aged meat. And yeah, that's all my
Chorizo,
experience. And I only switched to this like recently. I don't know, like not recently. It's like
like
couple of
jamon, like
years.
the
Sorry again.
ham. The ham is raw meat, but it's aged.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. But is it aged? I mean, I think that some hams they are like cooked in some water and then it's left to dry.
Yeah,
Depends where are you.
that's like the pink, but the deep red ham you would get from Spain.
Oh, okay.
This is like they hang up the leg and they just salt it and pepper it, and
Oh,
then
all
you
right.
wait.
Yeah, yes, yes, of course. That's also another way to preserve it. I know that we we do cook it, some of it in water and just let it dry or keep it in cold. But yeah, just keeping it in salt and all of that, yeah. But anyway, once you leave it, like you do lose some nutrition because yeah, once the water is gone, it's you lose like certain B vitamins and all of that. It's not the same as eating it fresh.
Okay, but you know you can get like all the vitamins and amino acids and stuff from plants, like the whole nutrition. You don't really need animals.
That's not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen because those are like plant versions. You can get like maybe minimal, like very small doses, and that's not going to be enough for you.
All the herbivores, you know, they get the nutrition from plants, and they don't need to eat meat.
Name a herbivore first.
Herbivore like a
Name.
cow.
Okay, cow. Cows have. Do you know what cows can do? Cows eat the grass. They swallow it. They swallow it like eat like a lot of grass. And during the night, they can spit it back in their mouth and swallow it more, and then throw it
Yeah,
back in
they chew
their
it again.
tummy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they can chew it again, and all of that. They can process it even more. And you know what happens there? There's bacteria going on that grass, and bacteria
Mm.
start to break it down, and the cow actually consumes the bacteria that's on the grass, and that's how it gets its nutrition. And it consumes like lot of grass, and because of the bacteria, the cow gets the nutrition. It's not basically just the fiber. They are somewhat adapted to also get nutrition from the fiber and all of that, but it's also the bacteria that helps. Like without the bacteria that goes on the grass, it would be impossible for the cow to develop. Okay, like in such a
Okay.
big animal,
Yeah,
it's the bacteria that gets broken down in like actual nutrition. Okay,
okay.
and
But the
we
bacteria
humans
is not
don't have that.
meat. It's there's still the
Man,
point that
but
they get
but
all
it
the nutrition from plants.
has the bacteria has complex building blocks, and it's not just one bacteria or two, it's millions or whatever, man. It and all of that
Yeah,
gets broken down.
so they don't they don't need to eat any kind of meat. You
Yes,
said like
okay,
cod, the liver, or
I wish I could survive a bacteria, but I'm human and I can't survive bacteria. How about that?
yeah, but you can survive on a vegan diet. That's like
So
proven.
basically, wait a second. Because of the cow eats like all this bacteria, he eats like so much bacteria that if you would just put it together, it would be like, it's like multiple cells, but they are like individual cells. It's not like it's a full organism that it eats. It's not like you would eat meat and you're eating like all the muscles or all the livers. You understand? Instead of that, the cow eats like multiple cells in forms of bacteria, and also is adapted to get nutrition out of grass. But other than that, it just shits out the all the fiber.
We're
Okay,
we're
like this
we're
is what
frugivores. We're adapted to eating fruit, and starchivores.
we
We're
so
adapted
we are
to eating
adapted to eating
starch.
fruit. but fruits are mostly just sugar, water, and very little mineral. That's about it.
Yes,
There's
yes. You basically only need sugar, water, and some vitamins and minerals. And
I understand that you can ride your bike because I'm aware of that, okay? That you can ride your bike for around the world. Uh, I wouldn't say like around the world.
of
Depends
course,
how.
around the world. Are
Yeah,
you
you
now more
would
efficient
ride it if
than?
you're like have like good genetics or something, but you would definitely ruin your genetics by riding on just sugar and just doing so much exercise overall. You would ruin your genetics, but the difference is that if you would consume meat, you would somewhat maintain it, okay? Because you're actually giving the building blocks that you're made out of. You're eating liver, you take care of liver has like bunch of vitamins and all of that that no plant has that, okay? And
There's immune reactions from the body to proteins that are too similar to the body's proteins. So there's immunoreaction, and it can lead to cancer. So meat isn't that healthy.
every meat that causes cancer, it causes cancer because the animal wasn't healthy, okay? It was like medicated and most of the time, what you let's say about salami, they use like meat glue on it. Are you supposed to eat meat glue? Yeah, I get it that it looks nice on a sandwich. For me it doesn't look nice, but let's say the average human sees some nice sandwich with salami, and the salami was like super expensive, but it's still whatever. It's meat glue inside, and you're not supposed to eat things like that. And there are also like coloring agents and whatever, like they add like soy in the meat. What in the world? Even today, I found out that the doner kebab has like meat, and it also has soy inside, just to make the meat cheaper. Okay, like
Yes.
that's what they do. They just add plants to make it like not as expensive, or they use like cheaper cuts or whatever. But at least the cheaper cuts are made out. But still, man, when it's cooked, it's cooked. It's not the same what I'm eating. And there's no way for you to turn cooked meat back into raw meat. And once it's gone, the nutrition is gone, you're just not getting it. And there's a study done on cats, yes, on cats, but the same thing you can observe on humans. That humans that don't eat that uh, nutritionally rich foods, they end up somewhat not as developed. Okay, like the skull doesn't get as developed, the tooths are getting not as aligned, and all of that. They don't get as tall. They the muscles don't grow as big. And especially nowadays, because the raw meat is like avoided, and it's so controversial to consume it. And on vegan diet, it's just like no chance of survival.
Well, then that means I should be dead already.
When did you go vegan? Like how many years have you been vegan? 10?
Yes, 10 years.
10, okay. And how old
And
are you?
35.
35. So around, okay, around 25. Around that
Yeah.
time it was same for me, that I was already making my own money, and I was thinking about, I should try some vegan burgers and all of that. But I wasn't like fully vegan or whatever. So yeah, I know that that was the time, but I would definitely could not stick for 10 years. The moment I saw weight gain on myself from seed oils, I went high carb low fat. That's the reason why I actually went to vegan, because I was thinking, hey, if I'm curious if I can actually gain weight on because of durian rider. I was actually curious that can I gain weight, because I also always used to be low body fat. And I did gain the weight, and then I tried high carb low fat, and it was so horrible without uh, any oil free vegan foods, that I was craving animal fat really bad, and I just gave in. I realized, yep, I'm not gonna
You're
do
just
this.
craving fat because you're losing fat.
I'm craving fat because it's not just fat that you need. You need those fat-soluble vitamins. I get it that when you're eating
We
cooked fat,
never the
okay,
claim is not that on a high carb low fat diet that you're not eating any fats. We're eating plenty of fat from
you're
all the foods we're eating.
I get it that nutritionally you guys call oils fat, like that's how
No,
it's
not
labeled.
oils. I'm not eating oils. And on the high carb low fat diet, you don't need to eat oils to get enough. Like there's
Yeah, I
fat
get it.
in
You eat
even
max
in
10
orange
grams.
juice.
I get it
Even
that you're supposed to eat max 10 grams or whatever. I used to read all those things, and I
yes,
know that
like the
I was on rice, and I know that rice has 1 gram of
so you know
nutritional fat, 1 gram of nutritional fat per 100 grams. So if you're eating like a big bowl of rice, you're still getting 5 grams of so-called nutritional fat. I get it,
right.
five.
I'm getting
Yeah.
fat,
So
and that's plenty of fat.
you even have to watch out to not eat nuts and seeds and all of that, because that would lead to even more seeds, like stored in your body. I get what you mean. And
Yeah.
the difference is between some roasted peanuts or whatever raw peanuts and avocado though and all of those plant fats and actual animal fat eaten raw, like from a healthy animal. The difference is that animal fat, it fully satisfies you super fast, and your body is actually clever to not store it all unless you're needing it, because when you're like on vegan diet, your body is like in panic mode, and it's far more likely that is going to store all those seed oils, because your body thinks like when we are going to be fed some actual animals or whatever, and it's just in panic mode, and it starts storing all that.
The human historically has a very short period
Okay,
of eating
okay, wait a
animals.
second. Sorry again, and then I'm gonna ask what I wanted to ask. Sorry, repeat again because I interrupted you.
I was just saying that the human historically has been eating animals for a very short period of its existence. So we wouldn't even be like that much adapted to eating animals.
Wow. And then how come that fiber is completely undigestible and meat is like totally digestible?
Yeah, but
I
like
could
sugar
read
is also
on it.
totally digestible. We
What?
don't have we have the enzymes for sugar in the mouth and for carbohydrates, but we don't even have the enzymes to taste and break down protein in the mouth.
We don't. What?
We're not
Like
like
how can?
cats, like
Yeah, but
they
how
can
can
even taste
something
like
that
the
you
different proteins.
listen? You're made out of it, so it's good for you. So,
That's also a
and
fallacy. Like I'm made of like teeth and calcium, so I should eat teeth and calcium. Or I
that
should eat bone.
you definitely can't chew that, and the same way there are certain seeds that you can't just chew, okay? And you can't chew, for example, the shell of the coconut. It's not gonna happen, man. So same way also the animals, like any living organism, has like certain types of structures that are not meant to be chewed. I get it that there are wolves or whatever that would eat that, but even the wolf directly goes for the heart and for the liver when it hunted down an animal.
Yeah,
So yeah, we are
they're
not supposed to
carnivores.
eat fur. We are not supposed to eat fur or bones or whatever. We're eating the bone marrow, and yeah, that's it. And the other just make maybe tools out of it, of the fur, make some clothes. And yes, that's how we use 100% of the animal. Or
So
maybe
you can't say just because we made out of it's good for us.
it Listen, it's like it would be good for us if we could break it down in some way. And there are ways, like in a laboratory, to break down bone, and it's actually done. They extract gelatin from bone or whatever, and it's like on atomic level, it's like so done in that way that it's not supposed to be uh, it's not supposed to be like digested by I don't know how to put this, man. It
Okay, what
it
about the fact
simply
we can
isn't.
digest
It
sugar?
simply isn't part of our diet to eat fur and to eat uh, feathers or 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 the bone or those strong cartilages. Like come on, we can't do that.
Well, okay. You
And
had a
and I can bring
question.
up the same argument that there are plants that you just simply cannot chew because you're going to break your tooth if you try.
Yeah, I can't chew on a coconut.
Yeah, exactly. You just eat the soft parts and drink the juice, and that's about it. The rest you throw it away, or maybe you make a bowl out of it, or whatever, or you use it to burn it, or whatever. I don't know, man. But yeah, you don't eat everything from the plant either. You're not eating the trees. So yeah, there you have it. Because the tree is like the skeleton of the. It's like part of the fruit, okay? Because without the tree, there would not be fruit.
Yeah,
And
that's why we're frugivores. We're like we mainly eat fruit. That's what we were designed to
we,
eat
we
by
mainly eat
evolution.
we mainly eat fruits when there are no animals around to hunt.
No, the other way around. We
Yeah, but
we we used to hunt animals when there's no fresh fruit.
I mean, you can think that way. You can think that way, but the point
To
is that back
think about
they
what is
consumed
easier to eat to hunt animals or to pick a fruit from
human,
the tree.
but a human who mainly ate animals, it's going to be stronger, taller, and better bone structure. That like a better hunter, it's going to be stronger than someone who just ate mainly fruits. Okay, that's just how it is. It's nature. Nature like rewards those who actually ate more meat and less plant based. You can
You
get
even have
listen,
tribes today. They know where to pick the roots and find the fruit and find the stuff. And sometimes they hunt an animal when it comes close.
yeah, there are like different type of hunting tactics because some tribes they just set up traps and they don't necessarily go after them with weapons or whatever. I get that.
We're like humans are opportunistic. I get it that we like when there's an animal passing by, we can hunt it easily. We did, but
Exactly.
the main staple, like, even our digestive system is
Yeah, but
made for
do you know
hunts.
that actually fruits are not as big as they are now in supermarket?
I know
And
that
do you
they're
know how much
genetically
time
modified.
for you it would do you know how much time for you it would take to go and collect some wild rice in your hand and then to remove the husk and all of that? It's just more efficient to just go and hunt down an animal. Because if you would just start, you would start like going vegan back then, and you would start collecting seeds in your hand, and it would take you like weeks maybe to collect like enough and then to dehusk it and then to cook it up and set up some fire and get some
Yes,
water for it. It would
but
take you so much time. It
that's
would take
still
you
a
so much
thousand
time.
times easier than hunting an animal. You seem to think that
What
it's
what
so
is what
easy
is
to hunt an
easier?
animal.
Easier to wait. It's easier to actually collect wild rice.
Yes, because it doesn't run away. Dude.
It's very inefficient, man. You
It
think you're
yeah,
going
it
time?
is inefficient maybe, but it doesn't run away, it doesn't defend itself, it doesn't
Of course, it defends. What are you talking about? Seeds don't defend themselves. They have defense chemicals inside. Like
Yeah, but
like
they don't fight back like an elephant.
of course it fights back, man. Seeds poison you. Like what are you saying? Seeds are like ultra toxic.
Not in
Except
this way.
except rice now. I get it that rice nowadays is mostly carbohydrates and it's not as toxic as something like chia seeds
Yeah, but
or
plants can't
or-
run away. You, you're
and
not
that's how
Usain Bolt. You can't run after. You wouldn't even be able to catch a rabbit
that's
on
how you
your
set up
own.
a trap. Because maybe you're talking about yourself because you wouldn't know how to do it. But trust me, you just put some. I was about to say carrot, but there's no carrot. Let's say you put some bunch of roots
Dude,
there, and
I
the
live in
rabbits
rural
come.
areas. Uh, Everybody here has like traps to protect the fruit trees and stuff. Like people are not,
You can you
animals
can
are not
set up
idiots.
you can set up huge stones in such a way. There is a way for it, or you just pull a string or whatever, and the stone falls on the rabbit and crushes it. The rabbit is
Yes, but you don't have a chance of 100% success. But with the rice, you know you're gonna have
well, if you
success.
don't have 100% success, then nature is gonna punish you with hunger, malnutrition.
Right. And that's why we're
So
opportunistic
you
eaters.
agree that it's going to punish you with malnutrition if you're a bad hunter.
Yes, if you're a bad hunter and if you're a bad collector.
What
We're
would you correct
hunters and
what would you correct
gatherers.
in Germany? What would you correct in Germany right now? Or in the winter time? But let's say right now, what would you correct in Germany in like something that wasn't domesticated? There's just a wild plant, and what would you collect?
Do plants evolved alongside human, all those domesticated plants evolved alongside humans. Like wheat wasn't like
I get
wheat
it.
is
Yeah,
today.
with right now, it's not the same thing that it 1,000 years ago or
Yeah,
even
it
more than
has
that. I
like
get
10 corns, and before that it was like it had like maybe one seed. I don't know.
Yes, I get it.
So,
That's just how it evolved.
because
And
we kept
yeah, I get it. I get it.
collecting it, gathering it. So we did do that. There's the evidence for it. You can collect all the things there are: apples, berries, like any fruit and seeds.
I get berries and all of that. I would eat that, but corn and things like that, it's always a replacement for meat. You can look at any uh traditional like countries that have like I don't know. There are no. Let me put it in another way. Like meat is always replaced by these grains. Like let's say a pizza, it's mostly just this grain sludge, and it has a little bit of cheese on top, and it's also made red. Okay, for example, like you mostly eat some wheat and just little bit of cheese on top, and that's supposed to be like replacing like a fatty steak. All right, and yeah, a fatty steak is just better for you than some grain sludge. And those type of foods were also like mostly eaten when it was like famine or the family couldn't afford enough meat.
Yeah, you're talking about different times now. Okay, you had a
Yeah.
question,
Okay.
maybe
Okay.
last
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. I kind of switched topic, and I wasn't in the present. But same way nowadays, it's a lot more cheaper to just eat something made out of wheat. I get it that some restaurants are overpriced, but yeah, let's say you cook at your own, it's going to be far more cheap than uh, than uh, than actually going for meats. And it's always a replacement for. Let me give you an example about high carb low fat. Are you on high carb low fat right now?
Yes.
All right. Um, you know that. Do you ever feel like you crave some rice? Like let's say you're not allowed to eat meat and you want to go for some rice. Like you
Okay.
feel like no matter how much fruit you eat, how many bananas, oranges, and smoothies, you want rice right now. Have you ever felt like that? rice
Mm,
or some type of cereal or some type of bread, some type of grain such that actually has volume.
dep depends. Yeah, let's say yes.
What it never happens. You can just live like fully on fruit and sugar.
I can, yeah. If I eat enough fruit and sugar, then I don't crave rice. But
Seriously.
if I just eat like I can eat like 12 bananas for breakfast, and then I surely don't crave rice after that.
Okay, and but later, you what about noon and what about dinner? Like what about well, I don't know how to say it. Like yeah, what do you say? What do you eat? But after like 4 p.m., according to rule till 4, you still eat fruit and sugar.
No, I eat
Is it?
rice because I want something satiating and that makes me sleepy.
Yeah, exactly, because it's basically just carbohydrates, but it's a little bit harder to digest. And that for you, it would like replace meat. And I admit that
Why? Meat doesn't
sugar
have
sugar is
carbohydrates.
not more. Sorry again.
There's no carbohydrates in meat. I don't know where it would replace it.
Yeah, but the slow digestion part, man. You agree that rice digests more slowly than fruit, right?
Yes, that's why I eat it
Okay.
afterwards.
And same way, meat digests more slowly than simple sugars. More
Yes.
like it digests more. I don't. I'm feeling a little bit sleepy, to be honest. It digests more slowly than simple sugars, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
sugar gets absorbed like, super quickly. And same way when you're craving rice and all of that, because I know how it's on high fat. There were days when I just simply I was living in Thailand and I was eating the best mangoes and all of that, and I just couldn't wait to get some type of rice with some type of curry or whatever, some type of low fat sauce or vegetables, because that would have been the meat for me that digests slowly. And you do need something that digests slowly. And
I
in on the
agree.
same way,
You might need something that digests slowly, but it doesn't need to be meat. It can just be rice.
yeah,
Why
but
would
what
it
is
need to
rice
be meat?
made out of, man? It's made out of mostly carbohydrates. What else
Yeah,
is there? Maybe some minerals or whatever, but
yeah, need to
that's
carb up for the next day.
yeah, but it's just more sugar. You
So
already
where's the
had enough
problem?
sugar. Oh yeah, and another thing
Yeah,
about
after
this
200K on the bike, I had enough sugar.
200K.
You,
That was like a race day for me because I did races and I did it once and I was like, yeah, do this ever again. So you just do 200K on regular basis.
yeah, you want to see my Strava? I do 200K 3 days in a
I
row.
believe you. Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, another thing that I wanted to say, like I saw your physique, like that type of physique can only happen because of seed oils. Do you eat seed oils like regular basis, like vegan fast foods, um, like let's say veggie burgers and all of that? Do you eat that? Because that's what led to me to
Not
put on
not
actual weight.
not anymore. That's what led to the weight gain, but
Yeah.
obviously I
And
stopped.
how long have you to break from that? And for how long have you been strictly like on, let's say, just 10 grams or 20? How many grams of fat per day? Like nutritional fats? You stick to 10 grams or 20?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't count it. But if you
Oh, you
take
don't count
like
it. Okay.
500 grams of
Okay. Maybe.
noodles, how much is that?
Mm, yeah. Okay. The thing is, some noodles can be oily. I don't know about that,
No,
man.
I don't put oily in there. Like just plain pasta. I don't
Oh,
add
okay.
oil to stuff.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying some noodles are like from the store. It's like coated in some type of. I know back then that's why I mostly went for rices.
No, like spaghetti or rice.
All right. Yeah. Something like that is definitely just 1 gram per 100 grams. I know
And if you
about that.
watch my videos, I've already lost weight.
All right. Yeah, I just saw you on Instagram. I don't know if you updated that or not. Okay. And how long you've been doing this?
I've been doing this 3.5
This low fat.
years.
Huh? How much?
3.5 years.
1.5? I can't hear the
3.
3 years. 3 years you
Yes.
have been on high carb, low fat, and like
Yes.
no cheat meals of any oily foods.
Not on a regular basis.
Not on regular basis. So yeah, you occasionally
No.
you did like okay. I get it. That's
Like
incredible, man.
I
Like
I I have no problem with sticking to it. Like I don't crave fatty foods. I despise them.
I get
Um
it, man. I myself don't consume too much fat these days because I can just go for lean cuts. And many times when I'm having heart, I kind of feel sorry, but I'm not always eating the fatty parts. And yeah, I'm mostly eating the lean parts.
yeah, so for me there's no
When I
problem
don't crave
sticking
fat,
to it.
I'm not gonna eat
I don't
it.
know
And
where you want to get to, like say
I'm
that
just
like
surprised. I'm just surprised how disciplined you are, because for me it was super hard to stick to that. Like, I don't know,
oh no, like
you're
it's
like
super easy. I just thought
I feel like you are like more convinced that this is good for you. And I actually put questions, and I thought that, yeah, hey, maybe durian rider is not that correct after all. And yeah, I was right. And until this day, by the way, durian rider is debating me, and he also like blocked me on food hyper, on Instagram. I'm blocked, and I'm removed from the comment section and all. And yeah, he's just scared.
do you have 1,000
But
subscribers?
it doesn't matter, man. It's like, how many other people want to debate Durian Rider? Nobody, almost.
I don't know.
Ask him how many people want to debate. I and yeah, who else? Maybe he blocked somebody else, but I actually had some good points to bring up, because maybe he missed out on actual knowledge, like about raw meat and all of that. But I don't expect him to admit it, that
Do
yeah, he was wrong or whatever.
if we were made to eat raw meat, like you would put a raw heart or liver in front of a kid and an apple and
Yeah, who did it?
let the kid choose. It's so
What?
easy to find out what we're
I
made to eat.
I actually have a video for you to show. Maybe I'm gonna link it. Um, you can see kids when they're cooking with parents. They want to eat the raw egg yolks. They want to eat the. There is footage that a kid grabs the entire baby chicken and wants to bite off the head. Okay, so what are you talking about? Is that kid some? Do you think that that kid is brainwashed? It's not brainwashed. It's all nature. The kid wanted to take the baby chicken and just bite his head off.
Yeah, I
So how
call
about that?
bullshit on that. But okay.
Huh?
I call bullshit on that.
Like, I can show you food. How about